In this short video clip, I'd like to discuss the overall setup of the breath-by-breath system. You'll have to excuse my artwork. This is intended to be a subject whose breath we will analyze. Typically, the subject breathes into a face mask, although this can be replaced by a mouthpiece if so desired. If necessary to have hands-free motion, the mask can be attached to the head with a headband. The mask in turn is attached to what's called a PTAC or a pneumatachometer by a small adapter. The PTAC is a device used to measure the breath flow and hence breath volume. It works on the principle of Poiseuille's law in that the breath being expelled from the mouth out through a small restriction or screen into atmosphere causes a small differential pressure across that screen. This differential pressure can in turn be used to calculate the breath flow. The PTAC is connected to the main box or S147 analyzer by two 1.5 meter lengths of tubing. The first tubing is called the sample tubing, and it connects between the PTAC adapter and the gas in of the S147 box. The sample tube consists of two pieces. The first piece being a naphion of about 1 foot long. This is a braided piece of tubing with the property that water vapor can pass either way across the membrane. The intention is to take the breath which emerges from the mouth at nearly 100% relative humidity and exchange water vapor with the atmosphere, thereby reducing the breath humidity down to about that of atmosphere before it enters the gas analyzer. Also in the sample line there's a small particulate air filter. This is intended to remove air particulates so that they do not foul the optical gas analyzers. The second part of the sampling tube is a smaller inner diameter, a 1/16 inch inner diameter tube to carry the gas to the analyzers. The second tube is a larger tube with 1/4 inch inner diameter, and it's called the PTAC tube. It carries the differential pressure signal from the PTAC to the S147 analyzer. The heart of the system is the S147 analyzer. It contains the gas sensors, the oxygen sensor being a laser diode, and the carbon dioxide sensor an infrared. It also houses the differential pressure sensor for the pneumatachometer and the sample pump as well as other electronics. Out the back of the S147 come the analog signals from the sensors, the flow signal, carbon dioxide, and oxygen. They are connected to channels 1, 2, and 3 respectively of the LabPro data acquisition interface, or so-called data logger. Channel 4 is connected to the wireless heart rate receiver, with the transmitter being a chest belt transmitter worn next to the skin. And it must be noted that when in use, the receiver must be within a meter of the transmitter. Also out of the back of the analyzer, from the vents, we hook up a rotometer or flow meter to measure the sample flow. So this is connected to the sample vent. And just as an aside, the lures on the front and back of the analyzer, as well as on the adapter and PTAC, prevent any incorrect hookup. They can only be hooked up in one way. The Data Acquisition Lab Pro is connected to the computer via a USB cable. The computer houses the software for analysis and data acquisition. It is a worksheet and it is called Logger Pro. So in summary, this overall picture shows you the system that the qubit breath-by-breath analyzer consists of.